Warning. There are many unexplained forces in the universe. Some can be dangerous and harmful to your health. To avoid any potential harm to you or your family, do not try this at home.
Join us tonight as the Greater Western New York Paranormal Society investigates claims at Schimschacks Restaurant in Sanborn, New York. So we're standing here at Schimschacks Restaurant in Sanborn, New York. Now, very rarely are we able to, on Behind the Shadows, give you an inside look of some of the investigations that we previously had done. This is one of those rare occasions. We are going into this investigation with evidence that we have previously captured with an investigation that we had done here about a year ago. We were actually contacted by the ownership here last year regarding some things that were going on in the building. So we are one of the very few people that have investigated here at Schimschacks. We have, not only knowledge of what's going on here, but it's not something that we have to take somebody else's word for either. This is something that we captured on our own already. We're able to give you guys this treat of a location that hasn't been over investigated. I'm standing here with Lisa, who's the manager. She's going to give us some of the history and of the location itself and just kind of walk us through the building.
We are outside of the city of Niagara Falls, about a 20-minute drive from the brink of the falls. This building has been here since 1976, which was when our family came in and started running it, but it has been around since the mid-19th century. It was actually a hotel located in our parking lot across the street. That burnt to the ground, and then this location opened up. It was called Schimschacks. It was a little roadside inn, famous for their pies, their beef on Kemmelwick. That building burnt down in the late 60s, and then at that time, on the original foundation, they built this building, which opened in 1976. And our family's been running it since then. We've had a few mediums who have been in here for dinner. One we didn't actually know was a medium, but she was sitting down below last summer, and they left halfway through dinner. She said she felt very uncomfortable. There was a presence in the restaurant. She said she'd never felt anything like that in her life, and she didn't want to be here.
Really?
And this is about the time we were starting to have some problems in our basement area. Then a short time later, a friend of ours, her name is Margaret, she came in and she went down to the basement and she said, "You definitely have a problem down here." And she gave us a stern lecture about playing with the Ouija board because we were causing problems. And she sensed the same three spirits that every medium who has come in here has found.
Okay, so three spirits.
Three spirits.
Okay.
Two friendly. The one we believe is part of the original family. One is a lady, we don't know who she is. Those two are the good spirits, they seem to belong here. And then there's one that everybody tells us is very angry and very malevolent. And that's the one who seems to be giving us some trouble.
I had a table here and they wanted me to take their picture, so I was standing here and I took their picture and there was a face in the background. There was the 6 people here and there was a face right there.
In the picture? In
the picture. So, they're like, "Look at this, take it again." That was weird. So I took it again and sure enough, there's the face again in the picture. So we're all like, "Oh my God, that's weird." So we even called Jim over, the owner, and had him look at it, and nobody could figure it out. But it was clearly eyes, nose, mouth. It was a face.
And it was just kind of like hovering over the table, like where?
It was just in the back here, yeah.
In the back?
Yeah. Like there's 6 people here, and just in the air, just a face.
in the air, right over the table.
Just in the air, yeah.
Last summer, that there was almost a fire started here, and this place almost burned down itself. Right?
Well, we don't really know what happened. This was after the Ouija board spelled out fire.
Yeah.
And then Saturday night, the whole room filled with smoke. And there was a fireman in the building, and I said, "Do you want me to call it in, or are you calling it in?" And he said, "Well, the owner's already on the phone. He's got 911 on the line." So the whole dining room was filled with smoke. The dishwashers had climbed, there's a cross space up in the kitchen that you can get between the ceiling and the dining room, and there was no smoke there at all. The whole dining room was filled with smoke. So we evacuated the building. The firemen came. They had those heat sensors, and they played them all along the ceiling, all along the floors. They went up on the roof. There was no fire. So So then the next day, the air conditioning guy came, the heating guy came, and there was a unit burnt out, but there was no fire. And
So we don't know what caused the smoke, and the whole
No.
place is full of smoke.
And that was after we were here?
that was, yeah, because that was after the
Yeah.
Ouija board spelled out fire, and after that, we were done with the Ouija board.
So that's the whole thing. There,
Holy shit,
she
dude.
says,
I mean-
you know, to the
It was
during the
after
Ouija
you
board
were here,
session,
because the guy, we knew that thing
I
was
said no
mad.
Ouija board.
and they said, you know, how are you going to show us that you're here? And the Ouija board replied, fire. All right, and then later on that fire starts, the smoke starts in the building.
That's insane.
You know, mind you that Schimschacks Restaurant has burned down twice before.
Twice.
Okay. And who would take part in the Ouija board session?
Just the staff,
Just the staff?
Different
Okay,
parts
was
of
it
the
the same
staff.
people every night, or was it,
pretty much.
you know, pretty much the same people every night?
You have the people who wouldn't go near it, and then I'm one of them. And then the rest of the staff who thought it was a joke and didn't think it was a problem.
So there was people on the staff that obviously didn't think this was a joke, and this was something, there was little stuff going on.
Right.
Okay, can you recall any of the things that had happened specifically tied to one of these Ouija board sessions?
The fire.
The fire?
That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
But I came downstairs one night and I didn't realize the whole staff had left the building, and I turned on the lights and all the lights blew out at the same time. Okay, that's weird. And then you
They're not all tied to the same circuit
No, it's
breaker,
three
right?
different.
Three different circuits,
Three different
of all,
lights.
and they all blew at the same
They all
time?
blew when I turned them on.
Yeah, that's not normal.
No.
When we were here investigating last time, okay, the ladies that were doing the Ouija board here invited us to join, and we obviously, you know, passed on it, but we encouraged them to do their Ouija board session
I did.
while
I
we
asked
filmed
not
it.
to,
While we filmed it. Well, I understand that, you know, we're opening up a door, and we're here to capture evidence, so, you know, it really kind of helps us with our investigation as far as I'm concerned. So the room in here that we're standing right now is obviously kind of small. We couldn't have everybody at the same time, so I'm sitting on a bucket with Dan Klaes outside this room, right here. What? Probably right here. I'm sitting on a bucket outside the room, right? And all of a sudden, we hear this big, loud crash coming from this room. Here.
That's for the medium.
This room in here. All right, we walk in this room. Gotta be a light here, so.
On your left.
You don't want to come in here? So we heard a big crash in this room. We immediately run in this room. There is nobody in the building besides the people that are in the other room during the Ouija board. So we enter the room, and there is one of these large industrial shakers laying on the floor. Obviously what had caused the sound that we heard, and it was really loud. Probably about that loud. So we immediately run in the room, we find this.
When we asked it to make its presence.
That's true. When Dana was in the room at the time, when they were doing the Ouija board session, and immediately when this happened, the ladies there were asking the spirit to make its presence known. So this happens, right? So we come here, we can obviously tell that it's missing from the shelf. If you come here, you can see how tightly these things are packed together. All right? Now, you know, for that to be that far out,
They were
right
actually
there,
further back too. They were like 6
it was thrown out there. So we come in here, and our EMF readers are detecting extremely high levels of EMF, and we end up taking pictures with ultraviolet light to try to capture whatever entity would be in here stirring it up at the time, and that's when we were able to capture that shadow figure picture. So could it have something to do with the door that was open right across an adjacent room?
When we got here originally the first time, I was asked, what do you think about the Ouija board? And I said, please don't, you might mess up our
Yeah.
And then we could not film down here. We had a one surveillance camera, wired camera, that never has any problems, 4 handheld camcorders, all went screwy whenever we came near this room.
Yeah,
They were doing the Ouija
they
board.
were.
Go back upstairs, wait 10 minutes, and then they're fine.
Yeah, this is 5 different pieces of equipment that all wouldn't work in one room where they were doing the Ouija board session. That was weird.
They were just setting up, we hadn't even started filming. And I said, please don't. She came back up a half hour later and go, what happened? And she said, well, he said he's not going to film him, but he'll make his presence known, and he did. And we have a surveillance camera down here that could not film either.
Yeah, I remember that.
All our cameras would go, lines would go through them. We couldn't record till we brought him back upstairs. Wait 10 minutes, and
They would work fine. Yeah.
Bring him back down,
That is odd.
same thing. And then we got that picture of looking like someone's hiding in the corner.
Yeah.
Like hiding
Like
from the
trying
camera.
not to let their presence know.
Because we painted this place.
Painted
with
it.
Photos.
There was
Video.
over 1,000 pictures taken.
Crazy, and that's all we
night.
got. And it was told to us that was going to happen before it happened.
Yeah. We got Ashley coming in, and I'm actually really anxious to hear what she has to say about what she picks up in the location.
Yeah.
All right. Ashley's here. Hey, Ashley.
Hey.
I want to take you through the building real quick and just see what you immediately pick up, just from walking through, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to follow you, all right? All right. And again, you don't have any previous knowledge of the building or any stories or anything like that,
Didn't even know
right?
it existed, actually.
You didn't even know this
I
place
didn't even know
existed?
it, yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's go through the building and see what's going on. All right, so this is obviously the dining room.
First, what I get when I'm standing right here is I can see a woman.
A woman?
A woman of older times, maybe a long white dress, and I'm gonna guess and say it's probably residual. I don't think she knows we're here. She's just kind of walking, and just kind of looking down and checking the tables.
One is a lady. We don't know who she is. Those two are the good spirits. They seem to belong here.
Looking at the tables.
Like she's
Maybe-
inspecting the
Yes,
tables
actually,
almost?
that's a perfect word for it.
Like
Yeah.
she's curious of what they are,
Yes,
what's going on
exactly.
at the tables?
She's very, all about looking around details and tables. She seems to be very curious.
Okay. But that's basically what you're just doing
Just
with
right
this
here.
woman?
Yep.
Okay, there are other areas in the building I'd like to show you as well, okay? All right, this is going back into the kitchen area. The kitchen of Schimschacks. One there.
I don't think anything's going on there, but I am being called to that way.
This way?
That way.
Do you want to go over there?
Yeah, I do.
You got me going in the corner. Where are you going?
Down here.
Down here?
Yes, down here. I'm gonna say that corner. I'm gonna start here first. Well, this room has kind of a not so great feeling. The minute I walked in here, I actually kind of got a little shaky. Knees felt a little wobbly, not so great feeling in my stomach. Actually, I would say right behind you is actually a gentleman.
Okay.
A not so nice,
He's not nice, huh?
no, not so nice gentleman.
And there's one that everybody tells us is very angry and very benevolent. Next to one who seems to be giving us some trouble.
Very irritated gentleman, and
Is he talking to you?
now he's just looking at me.
He's just looking at you.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he know I'm here?
I gotta be honest about something. It's kind of a weird feeling. I feel like there was some sort of seances, conjuring, something to that effect. The gentleman was here, but I think when they did whatever, whoever did whatever, kind of just opened the door and said, come on in. You open the door, you let them in, and by letting them in, you give them all the power in the world.
Okay. Okay. So, I'm gonna just stop you there and clue you in on some of the facts, okay?
Okay.
You came down in this basement. This is where most of the claims have been from the employees at Schimschacks. This is the room that you walk straight into, where the owner and the other staff members, for a period of about 6 months, played the Ouija board in here every Saturday night. They were encountering an angry gentleman. That's when they originally countered the Greater Western Paranormal Society to come in. And we had come in, Dan and I and our team at the time was able to capture a lot of evidence throughout the night. But this angry gentleman that you said standing behind me, he's the main source of a lot of the activity that the staff has been aware of.
I'm not surprised. He's pretty angry and he's very strong. He's got a lot of power and you can feel it. It's like just right in the pit of your stomach. It's not a good feeling.
You walk straight into the room.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have anything that he wants to say?
Not right at the moment.
No?
Same feeling as the other room. The gentleman that is in that room, he comes. He goes both rooms, in and out, in and out. These are probably his 2 rooms that he stays in. I don't know what the claims are, but when I'm in here, I just envision shit flying off the shelves. Just things coming off the shelves. I don't know. But I close my eyes and that's what I envision. Trying to get your attention.
With the things flying off the shelves, we had an encounter, Dan and I, one of these industrial size pepper shakers being thrown off the shelf and smashed on the floor, and coming in here and getting spikes of upwards of 50 milligauss on our millimeter. So you're just picking up just the 2 spirits, the woman that was upstairs and the dark man.
Yeah,
Is
there's
there anybody else
also.
here?
Can I just go back up there?
Yeah, of course. I'm following you.
Okay. Okay, this is probably going to sound really weird, but as I was walking up the stairs, I just felt like somebody behind me and they were just letting me know they were here. And it's, again, it's going to sound really weird, but does the name Otto sound familiar at all? Well, they're here.
Otto?
Otto.
They're here?
They're here.
No, you were picking up a name. Jim, she says Otto. That's the name that she picks up. Now, that's a familiar name to you, correct?
Well, Schimschacks was one of the former owners of the restaurant. And there's a picture of him hanging right there on the wall. That's dated from back in, I believe, 1948, 49.
So this is a picture of Otto,
That's Otto behind the bar of the Schimschacks at that time.
who was an owner of Schimschacks and worked here his whole life. The whole Schimschack family, this was the family business, correct?
Yes, it was. The wife worked here. Mary Schimschacks was involved in it. It was a family operation.
He wants to be here. This is
Checking
where
in to
he
see
is.
how business is being ran.
Because again, this is, his, as far as he's concerned, his family restaurant. And, means a lot to him and his family. And even the tragic story with Bob too, everything this restaurant meant everything to, each individual through that family,
I'd like to think they approved the way I've been running it for 37 years.
Well, they haven't burned it down yet.
True.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so 3 spirits.
3 spirits,
Okay.
2 friendly. The one, I believe, is part of the original family. One is a lady. We don't know who she is. Those 2 are the good spirits. They seem to belong here. And then there's one that everybody tells us is very angry and very malevolent. That's the one who seems to be giving us some trouble.
What's going here? This is the infamous room.
Yes.
Yeah, the Ouija
this
board.
is, yeah, he's here. He's here. He's in this room.
Who's he?
The gentleman that likes to stay in this room.
This is the grouchy guy, right?
Yeah, this is the grouchy guy. He's actually right. He's actually right.
It's like a garage in here.
I'm gonna put my K2 meter down over here too. See if we can pick up some readings. Actually, so you said there's a gentleman in here, correct?
Yes.
And does he want to communicate with us?
Absolutely. He is very irritated by the fact that we're in this building.
You think he's from the land or from the building?
I'm not sure. If I had to guess, I would say from the land. I had stated previously that I felt that there was some sort of conjuring in here, and I believe he was here, but when they did, whatever seance, conjuring, Ouija board, they actually opened the door for him to come right in, and in doing that, they gave him all the power in the world.
You see it?
No, he's just,
Pouting.
just the scowl on his face.
Why are you so mad? Do you not like us? Do you not want us here? Can you give us a sign that you're here? Make a noise, kick something, push something.
What's your name? You guys hear that? Like a boom?
It was like a light thud.
Yeah, I heard that. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it was
I
a
thought it was
light.
a machine up there.
No, it came from
No.
here. It was a light thud that
It was
came
like a
from
thud.
this direction. Did you see that? I heard talking.
Of a guy?
Yeah.
What did he say?
I don't know. It was like a muffled guy, deep muffled.
Do you feel like he's still over here?
Yeah, but he's not gonna do what you want. He's pretty much laughing in your face.
I figured so. I was just trying to.
Well, he kind of is. He's making noises and that.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
He's
we want,
like, he's
right?
giving you little bites, but it
Well,
wasn't
really
over there, it was
gives-
out there. A muffled guy's voice. It was over here. Like, I'm so surprised no one heard that.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
I heard that.
So I looked over there.
Yeah.
it was sounding light over there.
Did you hear that?
Who are you and what do you want?
Just give us your name. And we'll leave this room.
Come on, do it again.
I know that he jumps from here to the next room. These two rooms are his.
Is that? Did we catch him on the picture? Is that who we caught?
I believe so. I really do it. I believe it is. And I know that in here he likes to mess around.
You hear that knock?
I heard that. I definitely heard that.
It was like tap,
Tick,
tap,
tick,
tap.
tap. Absolutely.
I think we should go in the other room.
Okay, let's go.
Alright. And you can in the music room.
This is the area where the lady was, here. She just got off during her meal and she left. So we're gonna set up a few different pieces of equipment. Now I don't know what table it was, but we'll see if we can at least set up at a few of these tables here. So I do have a melt meter over here on this table, and we have two K2 meters on this table over by Lynn, and this K2 meter that's over by me. And when we first got here, actually the first spirit that she picked up was in the dining room, and she said she saw a woman in white clothing that was walking through the dining room, almost checking the tables, like interested, not like an employee like cleaning or anything like that, but she's like inspecting. And this might be the same person that the patron had saw. So we want to at least give a chance to this lady to step forward. She's not expecting any of these.
I just heard something over here.
You heard something over here?
Over there on that end. I heard something on the very far end.
That's what I'm talking about, right
Down
there.
before, yeah. I was over here before taking pictures. It sounded like somebody was walking back and forth along the wall.
Do you want to get in here and show some pictures up there?
Here, we were able to capture a photo of what looks to be a woman dressed in white, watching over us from the dining room.
A woman of older times, long white dress.
Is this the same spirit Ashley saw earlier in the dining room?
Last time we were here in this room, See how these are all lined up? This was taken off the shelf. We heard a thump, and this was in the middle of the floor over here.
EVP session number 2, Louis, Dan, and Ashley in the room where I got the picture of the Shadow Man.
I'm gonna go ahead and now start. If you're here, I want you to throw the garlic. Let's see some spices fly.
Don't be shy. Okay, I kind of feel like something's touching my head.
I can't believe you just said that. I just felt this on the back of my knee.
Weird, too.
I just felt that tugging on the back of my knee.
Dude, that's why I feel like
Oh,
something's
man.
touching the back of my head.
Okay. Oh, he's definitely here.
It was really cold behind me too.
Dude, I'm getting like dizzy, man. I feel like I'm on a boat. It's still touching my head, whatever
I know this is gonna sound strange, but it's almost I'm envisioning him, just him, and he's just going around in a circle behind every one of us. That's why you felt it, you felt it, you felt it, you felt it. Just in a big, he's just
Doing
pretty
laps.
much, yeah, doing laps around. It's almost like circling his prey. You know what I mean? That's the feeling that I'm getting. It's very, very uneasy.
Why are you here? What gives you the right to be here?
They did. They said they did.
it is.
They said they did.
I just heard a voice.
I just heard something breathing in my ear.
I just heard a voice, like,
Right here.
like you're either messing with us or you can't get like a clear line of communication.
Can we get your picture?
Come on, stay in one place so I can get you again. I just felt something touch my leg, dude. I really did, like my pants, not my actual leg, but I felt like someone went like this.
That's
Kind of pulled it
exactly
a little
the
bit.
spot where they felt mine. He's giving you what you want without giving you what you want. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I just want a clear answer. You know, it's really hard to. You're confusing us.
I think we should go to a different. But when we leave here, I think as you were walking out the door, I would click pictures.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So you guys, as soon as
Definitely.
everyone leaves, I'm gonna.
Exactly.
Upon clearing out the basement, Lewis had taken a series of raw, full-spectrum photos with his modified camera. In one of these photos, we captured this startling, unexplained formation. Is this the same presence that we were able to photograph in our prior investigation? Is this the angry gentleman the employees have encountered? Do these 3 photos validate the paranormal claims of the staff and the patrons? This investigation still leaves us with more questions to be answered. We can only be sure of one thing. This is just the beginning of solving the mysteries of Schimschacks in Sanborn, New York.